After dying multiple times in the first video, we are now back for a second episode. In today's video, I will explore the Temptress Lagoon map and continue to seek up for friends, my fellow knights. I present you the second episode of the Temptress Lagoon survival series. After waking up from the first episode, I needed to farm a lot of resources. So I went with my raft and my jar and arrived on this island, fulfilled with parasaurs and brontosaurs. I needed to get a lot of wood. My parasaur has been attacked by fucking ants who got killed in less than seconds. The place where I was seemed to be very quiet. It was the opportunity for me to hunt parasaurs and to get a lot of hide. So I took my bow, arrows, and I did what I have to do.
It's morbid time.
However, while chasing this poor parasaur, I was confronted against a carnivore who was nearby me. Hopefully, I escaped him, thanks to Euphemia, who sacrificed himself. But the aggro still had something against me, and followed everyone and everything around the map. So I decided to leave. After escaping such places, Jar and I moved on another island, which could be safer. We land on another island. I couldn't risk to lose another dino, just like in the recent video. So I decided to firstly explore it by myself. But while exploring, I found this white drop, which can indicate the presence of a great loot. I grabbed my balls and went over here. Later on, unfortunately, I got hunted by a Truden. Since I hate these creatures, I decided to end with them. There was a catch. This Truden that I immediately killed had in fact a little baby. So I decided to tame it, since it was my first carnivore. I grabbed the loot of the white drop and went down, but on our way, random ants decided to kill us, so we killed them. We went down with the Truden, continued our path until we reached the boat. We finally found out Jar to the drop had enough stone and hide, a mortar and pillen, which will help me to craft a lot of narcotics. As I was leveling up, this is why I tried to tame a pteranodon. For some reason, this man didn't want to land at all, had infinite stamina. I tried to get him down, he never wanted.
Eternity later.
So I quickly gave up. I needed a lot of hide, so this is why we hunted with my parasaur Jar. We killed some random parasaur whose AI was very laggy, but while hunting, I noticed a terror bird that was all alone. In first place, I wanted to tame him. He was too strong, so I took the decision to kill him. But this birdo decided to take on with the army of Dilophosaur. Almost killed my parasaur. I had to do the rotation trick, where I spin out around another dinosaur and he can't touch me. We managed to kill him. Continued our hunting session with another parasaur. This way I got a lot of hide and we continued with my parasaur. But we arrived to another place that was really dangerous. The whole biome filled with Rhiniognathas, one of Ark's biggest insects. That would mean that if I get detected by some Rhinio and he tries to hunt me, I would be for sure dead. This is why I had to be very careful. But meanwhile, I found another pteranodon. It was way more accessible, so I decided to tame him. After knocking him in a beautiful way, I gave him meat and a few narcotics. The Rhiniognatha spots were really worrying me, because at any moment can be a Rhiniognatha who can instantly kill me with his resin. That's why I had to be very careful. So I went on and continued to explore. We reached a cliff where there was a baby dire bear with its mom. And I had an idea. If the dire bear itself quickly kill him with my bow, and I could claim the baby for me. I tried this tactic, however, it didn't go as expected. Mama bear come very hungry, so I had no other solution but to go in the seas. So I went on and farm a little bit just to make sure to have a few resources and reach my pteranodon that was progressively taming. The PT was slowly taming itself, but something unexpected happened. indeed, Rhinognata tried to kill us. That was a little problem. I couldn't risk to lose my parasol once again. So I decided to went down here with only two things. My pants and my arrows. Now, for some reason, when I arrived there, Rhinognata disappeared. It wasn't in the near area. So to make sure that I was safe, I decided to look around, explore a little bit. The PT that I was taming was dead. I looked around again, but this was a big mistake. I have been detected by him.
Dumb ways to die.
I respawned in, all naked, and went all the way back to re-grab my loot.
Oh shit, here we go again.
But this horrible insect spotted me again and killed me again. After this, it was a real running death. After dying multiple times, I was truly raged. I took Jar Jar with me. Since my true weakness against this Rhinognata wasn't my strength, but my speed, I had to take something faster than me. So, Jar Jar was with me. Fully, so I can get my loot in all the safest way. Since I died multiple times, I didn't know which was my real loot. When I decided to grab my loot back, the worst happened.
Oh, hell no!
Just like the idiot that I am, forgot that they were the only flyers that could swim. Was in really big trouble, but I found a glitch. After several bites, we finally killed him. And I got a Rhino pheromone. I harvested a lot of chitin. This wasn't the end of my problem. 2 terror birds attacked us. I couldn't hold on and kill them. Quickly managed to take down one, but the second one was much harder to kill. I managed to escape him after I turned down almost all of his HP, but Jar Jar was heavily injured. After this big encounter, I wanted to grab back my loot, but there was nothing about it. I was truly raged by it, but I couldn't find anywhere my loot. But this was during exploring that, just like the idiot that I am, I misclicked and I jumped off a cliff.
Sing we now, sing for the year, sing for the land.
After spawning back in my bed, I went there once again after having my loot back. I harvested a lot of thatch and wood. Since I was too lazy, I decided to jump off like Kratos off.
Sing we now, sing for the year, sing for the land, sing for the
But when I arrived, Jar Jar was once again attacked by terror birds. And this time, it was a pack of 3 terror birds. I couldn't handle 3 terror birds, so I had to escape them. After resting too much time in this horrible island, Jar Jar and I moved on. But while doing so, the worst scenario possible happened. I somehow managed to put Jar Jar on some inoffensive island, but the raft was way too damaged to continue its path. I had to rebuild it. After a few times resting here, Jar Jar and I fixed the raft once again and continued our road. We had to be very fast, or else he could kill us once again. But once again, we got arced. The whale literally knocked back Jar Jar in the middle of Megalodons. Had to quickly climb on his back so he can't be killed by Megs. I managed to arrive in the right time. And we moved on another island. We reached another island in the darkest night ever, and I decided that it will be the end of this video after such adventures. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. But before you leave, I would like to make a new report about the Gorgonopsid mode. Last time in the recent video, I talked about the Gorgonopsid as an arc mode, but I didn't share much infos about it. So now I'll do a little report on the mod. After a lot of hesitation, I resculpted the model. Make it better. Now I need to do the textures and the animation, but this should be really quick. After these 2 major steps, I will start programming. Thank you for watching. Please like and sub.